Welcome to our executive interview series at the FedScoop Federal Forum, brought to you by Workday. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and we're here with Brian Anderson, principal at KPMG. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first, I'd like to ask, what key steps can agencies take to leverage modern HR management systems, not only to run more efficiently, but to build a more agile and skilled federal workforce?
Well, I think one of the first things agencies should consider when they're embarking upon a new HR modernization journey is to make sure they keep an open mind in terms of what the technology can actually bring. One of the advantages of a modern HR system is it really connects all the different business processes from talent acquisition through retirement. And so it's important to not be constrained by anything that might be in the current agency's existing infrastructure. I would say the second thing that's really important is to really approach this from the employee experience view. Carl Eschenbach mentioned the other day that one of the exciting things about these HR transformations is the ability for the workers to get the same experience they have in their personal lives at work. And I think that's really, when you approach these, a new HR system can really allow you to create that same experience, whether it's mobile, whether it's notifications, whether it's a modern user interface. These are all really important elements of a new transformation and something that need to be promoted early to get the right buy-in and the right support for the initiative.
And then what are some examples of how modern HR management systems can help agencies manage employee performance more effectively from your perspective?
It's a great question. I mean, employee performance management is such an important business process within an organization, and most organizations don't do it very well. So there's a couple things that the modern technologies really help you with. The first is in-the-moment feedback. A lot of times we're having a discussion between an employee, and you want to be able to give positive and critical feedback when it happens. You don't want to wait 3-6 months for a performance review. And so these technologies and these platforms allow that in-the-moment feedback. The second is really being able to link performance goals to the actual performance reviews at the start of the year. So the tools allow you to set those goals, be able to measure them, make sure they're measurable, make sure they're achievable, make sure there's a time duration where you can actually assess them. And so these tools allow you to do that. And then I would say the third thing is really using some of the AI technologies. So one of the things that we're working on is the idea of a performance management coach. So think about having an agent that could really help you in the performance management process. The first thing would be to summarize all the performance reviews, give you kind of a draft end of year conversation, make sure the sentiment is right based on any recent developments, if there's anything specific, and then potentially even recommending some learning and some skills-based training to further enhance their capabilities. So I think using the modern systems allow you to take advantage of that AI capability and really add a lot of value to the entire process.
Terrific. Well, Brian Anderson, thank you so much for joining us here at the FedScoop Federal Forum and sharing your insights on how advanced HR systems can really help federal agencies.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.